We got a good topic today sent by a viewer. He emailed me and said that he had like a traumatic experience recently because he had to make the choice to leave his motorcycle club. And he was like, you should do a video on his experience and when is it time to walk away. So this dude, first off, happy Livestream Eve. It is Thursday, July the 1st. We have a 4th of July weekend coming up, which is always fun. I hope to have all 10 of my digits, afterward. Maybe not, because we blow stuff up. Anyway, tomorrow is Friday, July the 2nd, which is our regularly scheduled live stream. So at 8 p.m., come on YouTube. Me and Mrs. Monkey be hanging out, talking to each other and in the chat. So we don't interview people very often. We don't bring people on very often. We just talk to you guys. So if you just want to come and hang out in the side chat and ask questions, talk about Sturgis, talk about motorcycle clubs, talk about bikes, talk about whatever you want to do, we can do that. So come on, hang out with us. So in addition, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Please hit subscribe. It matters. It matters a lot because we don't do Patreons and memberships. We just want you to watch the videos, maybe let the commercials run, and that's how we fund the channel. It's just that, just you watching. So I'll shut up on that. Hit subscribe. But back to the topic. Nice guy emailed me and said that he'd been a member of a motorcycle club for a long time. I don't know what club, none of my business. But he had to walk away from his because he has an ill child that taking care of the kid was taking up, all of his time, as it should, of course. And he had to walk away, and it was traumatic for him. And my response was, good on you, man. Take care of your babies. Like, that's number one. In my organization, that I don't name in videos because I do not represent them officially and can't do so on social media. We have our own rules. But we say, family, work, insert name of organization here. So your family always comes first. Your work should come second because you got to pay your bills. And then third should be the organization, because we serve kids that have gone through a traumatic experience, so they have to count on us. We aren't like just into partying, hanging out, and riding. We have a job to do. So we, for example, have a participation minimum. For you to keep your patch to stay a member, you have to be at 80% of mandatory things, and our mandatory things are everything dealing with our kids and then meetings and stuff. So there's an amount you can miss because of vacation or work or this, that, and the other, but you got to keep your 80% or we're going to pull your patch because the kids count on us. So we have to have rules or it just goes crazy. But in his case, he was part of a motorcycle club. Now, your motorcycle club, for a lot of people out there who either don't know or are curious or have been in one or are in one, they are your second family. Sometimes your only family. I know dudes that have had rough ass lives that grew up in the system in foster homes and stuff, and they made it, right? They didn't go down the bad path. They got a job, make a living, and they rode and they found their motorcycle club, and that became the family they never had. So it's super legit. I think people they're mouthy in the comments all the time as they talk smack about clubs, but these things are super significant parts of some dudes' lives. I mean, and ladies, because some clubs are men and women, some are just women clubs. Those exist. So yeah, man, your club can be your family if you don't have one. So take it easy on people, all right? But this guy said I had to walk away from my second family to take care of my little one. Well, of course you did. That's what you're supposed to do. That's your job, But when is it time to walk away? And there's a couple ways to look at it. I mean, I know myself and my organization, which again is not an MC, it is not a club, but we are operated just like one. And I had to walk away from mine many years ago. So I joined mine 18 years ago in Missouri. And right around 2008, you may have heard the world fell apart in 2008. Financially, everyone lost their jobs, this, that, and the other, including myself. And times were tough, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't fulfill the job that needed to be, I couldn't live up to the expectations and requirements of the organization. The important thing is, in my opinion, is to recognize that. I knew it. I knew it was coming. And so I immediately went to my board and said, I'm going to have to turn my patch and I'm going to have to walk away. And as much as that pained me and brought tears and they're in my end and all kinds of stuff trying to figure this out, I just knew it had to happen. I knew it wasn't forever. You know, it's not like when you're out, you're out. It's not like that. You can leave, and as long as you leave on good terms and you can still pass all the security requirements that you have to come back, you can come back, you know. The thing is, and I'm getting off topic here, when I did that, I knew that when I came back, I'd be starting from scratch, meaning that I am a nobody. I am a, we don't call it this, but a prospect again. I'm starting my training all over. I have a sponsor again. I'm like nobody off the street, and I'm putting my 18 months in. If you're all in with us, it's still about 18 months before I can earn that patch again. It's not like, oh, you're back, here you go. No. You may as well come in off the street. And I did. You know, I came back later. Actually, after I moved down here, and it was worth it. It's wonderful, and it's the, you know, it's the second biggest thing in my life besides my family. I put my org before my job a lot. Actually, maybe shouldn't, but whatnot. It's time to walk away when you can't fulfill your obligations. The important thing is, I impress on all of you out there, do it because it's you. You know it. Don't make someone come and tell you. That sucks. In my role in the organization, I have to have that conversation. Not all the time, thankfully, but every once in a while you have to come to someone and say, I know you can't do it anymore. Like you're not meeting the numbers. You know, this, that, and the other has changed in your life. I recognize that. You recognize that. Maybe it's a conversation about what has happened that maybe has cost you your dedication. What's changed and what can we do to fix that stuff? So, you know, have you lost the fire in your belly for the mission? What's going on in life? And sometimes you find out it's something as simple as work has changed. Work demands have changed. Now you're working on weekends when you were free before, so now you can't make the stuff you're supposed to make. You know, there's a million different reasons. But don't make someone come and tell you it's time to go. You know, just come forward and say, it's coming or it's here, and I'm going to have to step back. Or, I don't know if your organization offers this. Mine does. You can step down back to, we don't call it a prospect, we call it a supporter. You can step back down to being a supporter, which your requirements are way lower. You know, again, somebody's already out there talking shit. The reality is we have a job to do, and we have obligations we have to live up to for our kids. So that's why we can't just, it's not like no one tells me what I can do. No, I'll tell you what to do if you're part of my group. Like, we have a job to do, and you're going to do it, or you're going to march. But so you can step down and lower your requirements. You're going to give up your patch. You're going to be, you know, as you've seen, you know, clubs, they may have a rocker, this, that, and the other. That's not our, what I'm saying is you remove like the middle insignia or something, you become a prospect again. Maybe you become a hang around, depending on what their structure is. In ours, you can become, step back down to a supporter status, and then your requirements are a lot less, and you should be able to make those. They're not tough. It's not tough to keep your supporter status. It's if you're going to be all in, that's when I need you. We need you. We need you to be there, you know, when the kids need you. So just know for yourself it's time to move on, you know, like, or that you're going to step away for a while. Maybe they allow a leave of absence, or, you know, whatever the hell your organization does. Be the one to come and own it. I mean, the number one, like, foundational thing for being a biker is own your shit, right? Like, that's the number one we tell we tell people, and other, you know, clubs tell their members, own your shit. If you screw up or you have a problem or whatever, just own it and say, like, this is what's going on. I did this. I screwed up. I won't do it again. This is basic character, right? Just own your shit. Anyway, don't make them tell you. When is it time to walk away? When you've lost your passion for the group. The brothers, or in my case, brothers and sisters, the relationships aren't there. There's tension. There's problems that you can't fix. I'm not saying give up. You know, I'm not saying screw those people, I'm walking away. No. Like, try and work it out. If it cannot be worked out and there's just conflict, and the conflict is everyone versus you, maybe you're the problem. Maybe it's not everybody else. Maybe it's you, and you got to work on yourself. I'm just saying. But maybe that's when it's time to walk away, or take a leave, or, you know, turn in your patch, walk away for a year or whatever. Or family commitments, man. If something changes, your job changes. Again, like I said, you're working on weekends now. You got a sick kid. In these times, during this damn pandemic, man, maybe you got an ill, you know, family member or something. Just be aware of the situation and own it, and realize when it's time for you to depart, so no one has to come to you and say, it's time to go. or what do we do to fix this or that and the other? That would be my first conversation. What do we do to fix this? What's going on? How can I help? Is the number one thing you say. And then if that doesn't work, then you got to help them see the big picture, that it's time for them to transition out, at least for a while, if not forever. But there you go. I mean, I've had those really awkward, painful, ugly conversations where you're like, dude, something's got to change, and it can be of your own will, or we can take it, but what, you know, like let's not do that, you know. But yeah, when is it? It's okay to walk away. It's okay to take a leave of absence. It's okay to say I can't do it. We have responsibilities in life. We have to make a living. We got to take care of our babies and our wives and husbands and whatnot. We got to do all that stuff. So when is it time to walk away? When it's time, man. Just know it for yourself. Ooh, that's deep. I just figured it out. Like, when is it time to walk away? Well, when it's time, and know it for yourself. Don't make someone else tell you. There you go. So comment down below. The comment section can either be a nightmare or a really good chat back and forth. I read every single comment. I respond to a lot of them. I used to say most of them, but there's hundreds now. So I try damn hard to respond to every comment and whatnot. So, and again, happy 4th of July weekend. It's coming up. Tomorrow night, Friday the 2nd. Come join us, man. 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Hang out, grab a drink, watch us be idiots, get in the comment side chat. And again, please subscribe. Please join us. We're close to 25,000 subscribers. So really appreciate y'all. Take care of each other out there. We'll talk real soon. Bye.